Have you ever wondered if a football player can be calm, quiet, even a bit shy, and still be brilliant, decisive, and world-class? That's exactly the case with Kai Havertz. Standing at 1.93 meters tall, with a calm posture and a quiet presence, he often looks like he's just there on the pitch until he decides a Champions League final with a single, perfect touch. He doesn't shout. He doesn't throw his weight around. He doesn't chase the spotlight. But he reads the game, moves silently, and when it matters most, he delivers. Today, you're going to discover the story of a player who breaks all expectations and proves that sometimes the smartest player wins. Humble beginnings and fast rise. Kai Havertz was born on June 11th, 1999, in Aachen, Germany. His first connection to football was close to home. His grandfather was the president of the local club, Alemannia Mariadorf. At just 11 years old, he joined the youth academy of Bayer Leverkusen, and by 17, he had already made his debut in the Bundesliga, becoming the youngest player to ever appear for the club. Very quickly, he was breaking records. The youngest player to reach 50 Bundesliga matches, then 100 matches before he even turned 21. In the 2018 to 2019 season, he scored 17 league goals, a remarkable feat for a teenage attacking midfielder. That season, the world took notice. A new German star was rising. In 2020, Kai Havertz signed for Chelsea FC in England for around 72 million, one of the most expensive transfers in the club's history. At first, things were tough. He faced cultural and language barriers, injuries and fitness issues, and even COVID-19, which affected his physical condition. Many fans and pundits questioned the signing. Was he too soft for English football? Was he worth the money? Then came the moment that changed everything. In May 2021, in the Champions League final against Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, Havertz scored the winning goal, his first ever goal in the competition, securing Chelsea's second Champions League trophy. One touch, calm, clinical, legendary. In that moment, the quiet kid became a club hero. In June 2023, Havertz transferred to Arsenal FC for around 65 million. Again, many people raised their eyebrows. Why spend that much on a player who hasn't fully shined? But under Mikel Arteta, Havertz began to show a different side of his game. He played as a central midfielder, as a false nine, as a second striker, even as a deep-lying playmaker. He became a tactical weapon, not always flashy, but always essential to the team's structure. In the 2023-24 season, Havertz scored 13 goals and provided 7 assists, helping Arsenal fight for the Premier League title until the very last match day. He proved once again, he might not always be the most visible player, but he's often one of the most valuable. Havertz made his debut for the German national team in 2018, at just 19 years old. Since then, he has represented Germany in Euro 2020, scoring key goals, World Cup 2022, where he scored twice against Costa Rica, and Euro 2024, hosted in Germany. During Euro 2024, he was used as a false nine, often playing deeper to create space and connect with the midfield, a true tactical role, not just one focused on goals. In a team filled with younger talents and rebuilding after disappointing tournaments, Havertz became a key figure, not by shouting, but by leading with intelligence and consistency. Kai Havertz is not a player who fits into typical football categories. Too tall to be a traditional playmaker, too elegant to be a centre-forward, too quiet to be a leader. Maybe. But one thing is certain, when his team needs him most, he delivers. From a small town in Germany to the biggest stage in European football, Havertz built a career based on vision, versatility, and timing. Whether he's playing in midfield, up front, or even deeper on the pitch, he proves that football isn't just about power or pace. It's also about thinking, positioning, and perfect execution. And the most exciting part, at only 26 years old, his best years are still ahead. If you haven't paid attention to Kai Havertz yet, maybe it's time you do. Because sometimes The smartest player in the room is the one who doesn't say a word and still wins everything. What makes Kai Havertz special isn't just his talent, it's how he sees the game. Coaches often say he's 2 steps ahead of the action. He doesn't rely on speed to beat defenders. Instead, he positions himself where the ball will be, not where it is. That intelligence has allowed him to adapt to different systems, managers, and roles without losing his identity as a player. He's a rare type, the kind of footballer who doesn't need to dominate the game to control it. One of Havertz's greatest strengths is his positional versatility. While many players are defined by a single role, like striker or midfielder, Havertz has successfully played across the entire attacking third and even in central midfield. At Leverkusen, he was the classic number 10. At Chelsea, he often played as a false 9. At Arsenal, he has dropped deeper to build play and press high. This flexibility makes him a dream for modern coaches, especially in top-level European football, where systems change from game to game. The player, compared to legends over the years, Havertz has drawn comparisons to some of Germany's greatest footballers. Some see him as a modern-day Mesut Özil, thanks to his left foot and calm style. Others say he reminds them of Thomas Müller with his clever movement and space interpretation. And a few compare his finishing and height to Michael Ballack. Yet even with these comparisons, Havertz is carving out his own unique legacy, one that blends creativity, composure, and consistency in a way that's rare in the modern game. Quiet influence, global impact. Outside the pitch, Havertz keeps a low profile, but that doesn't mean he lacks influence. He's known for his charity work, especially around animal welfare and climate change awareness. In a football world often focused on fame and flashy lifestyles, Havertz chooses to live quietly, focusing on the game and his values. For many fans, especially younger ones, he represents a new kind of role model, one who leads by example, not by volume. Until then, take care. See you soon.